the time he gets what he wants as far as mowers and so on. And I can't think of anything he needs. He's got that, maybe some improvements over at his maintenance shed. He's kept that up pretty nicely for what he's got. And
I was thinking about the buildings themselves. And,
right.
And the parking.
Yeah, he could use a storage facility over there. We talked about building not a pole barn, but that type of building for storage of stuff from the club that we pay extra to store places, and just a general storage facility over there. We've got some land behind Jim's, or to the side of Jim's building, which would be good. And I think Jim's building could probably be torn down and built again, and have a nice facility for storage of chemicals and so on. Down at Sharon, he goes down there and drools. They have the greatest buildings, and I think that would be a pie in the sky, but it would be certainly beneficial.
Good.
Any memorable stories from your days as Greens Committee?
Greens Committee was a big fight with Herb Davis and Lauterbach and a bunch of people, and we had I don't know if it's a good story or not, but we were on the phone a lot, and my wife thought I was going to blow a gasket at the time, but I was trying to keep everything together at that time, and that was I don't know if it was interesting. It wasn't much fun when it was happening, and that was about it. It was just 4 years of day-to-day stuff, and Jim doing his thing, and me trying to figure out how to be a buffer between the membership and Jim, and let Jim do his job, yet bring the criticism to him and tell him what can and can't be done, and what he had to do personally. So I think it's all a balancing game, and we're juggling things around here, and there are political things going on, and everybody's got a little axe to grind, and we got 300 people who are very successful outside the doors and come in here, and everybody's got an idea. So it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Well, you have to be congratulated for what you did over the 4 years, and the performance stands now and to the future years, and the future members of this club to see and appreciate what is here now through your great endeavor and help and direction over those 4 years. Plus the years beforehand, plus the political aspects and the working with people. You're to be congratulated exactly because of your leadership in those areas of coordinating the clubhouse people with Jim Noel and his crew, and Stephen Kay. It's a no-win situation, but I think you came through, and you're again to be congratulated.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I enjoy the work, and Bruce Gilbert deserves a lot of accolades also. He knows what he's talking about in the construction area, and we both helped each other out, and it was fun doing it. It was great. It's well worth it. It's a great place. I love it. So.
How about any golf stories?
I can't think of any golf stories that are any good. I did go to the club championship one year and play Jim Wilson, so that was good. I was an upset winner over a lot of people that year, so I've been involved in that.
Any memories come to mind thinking about past events, or do you have a favorite event out here that you like to play in? Or
it used to be the Invitational, but for some reason we kind of got away from that. I played with a guy for years and years, and we decided we weren't doing too well. Dale Honroth was an old-time friend, and we played for years, and we lost so much money we decided not to play. And I said, I will never play with anyone else besides you, so I haven't played since then, and I haven't missed it much. And it's changed in its format, and I think it's going to go on and do better things in the future. And but we did have fun then. We didn't remember a few of the rounds, but those were the old days. We got in trouble.
Back in your day, you mentioned you were chairman of the Invitational Committee at
right.
one point. Was there talk at that stage about changing the format?
Absolutely not.
No?
It was a going thing, and it was a wonderful format, and it was the best format in the city, and people were clamoring to get into this thing, and it was really a great event. Some people didn't like the wagering, but it was minimal. And back in those days, I think there was more. People were more free with their money. People were making a little more money, and things were okay. And and people were spending a few more bucks, and it was fun. There wasn't. I'm sure some people would have liked to eliminate the whole thing because it took up the golf course for 3 days or 4 days, which was always a main concern of a lot of people. But we fought that for years. And as far as changing the format, that didn't occur until the last probably 6-8 years, and they went ahead and did it. And I heard it was successful. But I won't play without Dale, and I won't play with Dale. So.
There you have it.
Yes, right.
He's a fun guy, too.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
How about a thought or two on some of the other events, like the Green Coat?
I think the green coat is okay. Years ago, it was really important. I think Luetro's going to kill me. I think we have too many organized events. I think there's too much stuff. There's always, there's a senior, junior, there's this, that, there's 2-day senior event, there's this, that. It's almost too many. And maybe we should concentrate on a few and make them better and make the participation greater. We're losing participation. People are doing other things. I understand that about the membership as a whole, but we got to involve people in 2 or 3 events and say, these are the big events, let's play in these and really pump them up.
That one in particular, I remember when I first joined in '94, that was a big deal. I mean,
Huge.
Everybody the past winners would wear their green coats and
Huge dinner dance, it was wonderful. And I remember playing with the Givens, Dave and Bob Given, and my dad and I played as partners in the green coat years ago. And the Givens had like a 58, we played in the morning, and they thought they had won it, and it was going to be wonderful. Father and son winning it. So they waited all day. The last group on the course, it was George Herkula, and I forget the other guy's name. They came in after 16, had a few drinks, went out, and beat him by 1 stroke.
Oh.
And it was under protest. Everyone was a little angry at that because it would have been a great story. And we had a great time waiting for that, and then it was a lot of disappointment. So that was a fun time. But the green coat was very, very competitive, and hundreds of people played, and it was a very good thing. And, like the Jamboree, that's kind of died too. That used to be a wonderful event. There were 9,800 teams at one time in that, and that sort of died off too. So we have to find a way to concentrate on a few events and get them going again.
I think you're right when you find out you look at the golf schedule. There's so many different mini tournaments, I'll call them. Yet having maybe 1 major every month for 3 months,
Right.
3 majors, and that's it.
Right.
And then you can these other little ones that may the best of the best, but make an analysis of those. And I think you're right, exactly. Some of it was cost prohibitive. So some it started to climb, and people were willing to pay. And then when they cut the price, then I heard people saying, "Well, now we don't even have a dinner." And so now
Right.
it was the other way. So
Well, it's tough to pay to play your own golf course.
Yeah.
That's a tough sell, and I understand that. But some things should be emphasized and promoted and
even subsidized, quite honestly.
perhaps, yes. I think we used to do that for the Invitational, was subsidized a bit, but
But yet it was a very profitable.
it was profitable. I mean, they sold enough drinks to make things profitable, so that was great.
Okay.
I guess one last question I have, Doug, is your thoughts and views on country club life these days. I mean, obviously, society's changed, the economy has changed dramatically. What do you see as the future of a Lakewood Country Club or country clubs in general?
It's going to be tough, and it's been tough for the last few years, and it's going to get tougher. Just that lifestyle, people have different choices, and their kids seem to go different directions than hang around the pool, and there's always athletic events, and there are more and better restaurants around, and people just have different choices. When my parents joined, this was the main thrust of their social existence. I mean, that was it, and that's gone. But we have to figure a way to give them value. We've got a new pool, got some tennis courts, we've got this, we've got everything covered here. It's a matter of going out and selling it and maintaining our fiscal responsibility to everyone. I don't think it's going to get much worse, but it's not going to get much better. And we're going to see a few drop by the wayside. I don't understand why Avon Oaks is still in business. It's wild, and Elyria is scraping through. And I think we have some strength. I think we'll continue to not flourish, but continue to move along, and just have to get those members and get the dues-paying members. And it's tough. We're competing against a lot of things, and people don't have the money, and companies aren't paying for things, and expense accounts aren't what they used to be, but we still have to give them value, and that's why we have our #1 asset out there is the golf course, and I think people realize that. I think hopefully we'll continue to push on the membership end of it, and I think they've done a pretty good job in that. That's about it.
Well said. Thank you.
Thank
you
you.
for your time. It was excellent.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Mhm.
Any other last
No
minute?
last minute
Okay.
comments. I won't do a Charlie lot on you.
Good. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.